Hello everybody, and welcome to Sapsucker Woods and the Cornell Lab of Ornithology Migration Celebration. Just arrived and kind of getting set up here. As usual, we have people who block our view of various things, but we're going to do our best to see whatever there is to see here today. And it's not quite 10 o'clock. The event officially starts at 10. I don't know if it's actually really underway inside, if I can even get inside. But I'm here. I'm still, like I said, getting things set up in many ways. I just realized something I don't have on my phone. Oh well. Oh well, never mind. I'll have to do without. Anyway, we're at the Lab of Ornithology. We're kind of waiting to get underway for me to actually get closer to the lab. We're just on this one camera right now, just so you know. And it's actually a setup I don't normally use, so I often have difficulty using it because I'm no longer accustomed to using it, I should say. But anyway, we're here, and the Raptor program should be eventually making a presentation, and we'll do our best to watch and take part in that. Just watch everybody, and I don't know what birds are going to be around.
You're not broadcasting it. This came late. It belongs in your basket for the food.
Oh, come on. Here, let me take this.
What's this?
Something you need.
I don't need this.
That you need, believe me. It's excellent. It really is. Seriously.
I am going to bird banding. Do you have someone else in case you're off the air?
I'll have to make do.
No? Okay.
As for bird banding, I don't have the slightest interest in bird banding. I hate it.
I know, but
I think bird banding for its own sake, just to show, oh look, we can do a demonstration, I'm sorry, I think that's wrong.
I know, there's one up at that I saw yesterday, and I'm not sure what it is. Of course, it's another camera. But is it blue wing too?
Where'd you see it?
Up at Montezuma.
Hard for me to tell. I mean, I mean.
But it's got a band on, and it's like. Okay,
if I had to guess, I mean, it almost looks like a mallard, but I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't know why they banned shorebirds.
Wait, you said blue-winged teal. It looked like a duck.
Oh, no, maybe it is.
Looks like a duck.
So it's a mallard.
But it may be a mallard. I don't know. I mean, and also, you know, this time of year with mallards, it's well, all the ducks, it's difficult because you know, they don't necessarily have their breeding colors yet. So if they're mixed, because they're dealing with with a molt, then it gets to be, at least for me, very difficult. Why do they ban anything? I mean, they banned everything. You see them banning chickadees as if like we don't know all there is to know about chickadees. It doesn't make any sense, but that's what people do. And I think a lot of it is because people like to have these banding exercises just to show the kids, oh look, we can ban birds, and look what it's like. But you know what? There's no actual legitimate scientific reason for it.
I know for like the peregrine falcons in Harrisburg, they say to keep track of the population.
I can understand that because they were, you know, until recently, they were, you know, really a threatened species, and to understand them and know more about them. But a lot of these other species, I think they do it for the sake of doing it. We're streaming, by the way.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh no. You don't know me, guys.
Or at least I think we're streaming.
Okay, I'll check.
Yeah, I think we are.
Good morning, everybody, if you heard me.
But that's my opinion on the banning. I think some of that is because they just like to show that they, you know, they do it for demonstration purposes, and that's really the wrong reason to do it. if there's a legitimate scientific reason, and not just some study, well, we're curious how they react on Tuesdays after a Thursday that had Thanksgiving. I mean, that, you know, that's not important. I mean, real stuff that is meant for the survival or true understanding of the species, not a program that is only in place because someone wants to justify a university position or something. Maybe I'm just cranky, but
How early did you wake up?
early enough.
Early.
After being up late enough and waking up in the middle of the night. So anyway, we're gonna I take it we can head inside. Okay, let's no, go ahead. We're gonna head inside, everybody. Let's just do that. I'll stop recording for a minute. And it's going to get shaky because I'm going to leave the camera in place on the tripod. So I'm going to carry you, and in the past we've had difficulty getting through, just luckily, for good reason, because there have been a lot of people inside. And we'll see what happens now. Let me dial the zoom back anyway. And let me, okay. Try to keep you steady.
Yes, that is an
Since arriving here, I have seen, you know, we're going to walk over here first. Hello. Before we go inside, I have been hearing and seeing blue jays and American goldfinches, the usual and the expected birds you would see this time of year here. Oh, I think I might see a green heron. And now I don't have, we're working on a different setup than we might normally. So I don't have quite the magnification power that I would, you know, if I have my ideal equipment for here. But we'll do our best to get a decent look. Let me just verify that it is in fact a green heron. Well, I'm not going to verify it. You'll see it with me. Oops, how did I do that? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. And there you are. So I don't have, again, I don't have quite the magnification power I might ordinarily have with my, when we're here. But anyway, this isn't, well, this isn't the worst look, but then again, the green heron is facing away from us. But cute. Things are a little shaky also. Sorry. While we're here, looks like nobody's out on the patio yet, and it is just after 10. I'm not sure when the raptor program will be here, to be honest with you. Oh, I just heard a robin. Good to hear. We haven't seen or heard one in a bit. This green heron, I see a little bit of white at the chin. I don't know if there's much white striping, you know, down its breast. So you know, it looks like an adult though. By the way, I have seen a belted kingfisher. Heard it also. That's what got me looking. I mentioned blue jays, and there are a number of mourning doves here. You may have heard a northern cardinal a few minutes ago. But so far, in terms of you know, noise and in terms of flying around and everything, the most active have been the American goldfinches and the blue jays. I have heard a downy, I believe, a downy woodpecker, and I may have just heard one now. I'm not sure. I heard the just the chip note, but not the full call. I have a hard time distinguishing between downy and hairy woodpeckers when it comes to that, but with the if I hear the full call of the downy, I can definitely tell. I'm just looking around here and there right now. You're hearing a blue jay. You know, I realize I'm hearing some other high-pitched calls. I'm not sure what they are. So far, as I look around, I'm not seeing anybody else in terms of green herons or great blue herons. I'm still very glad to see this green heron. Are you still on the screen? There you are. I looked away. See if I can get some things going here. You know, I'm not going to bother. By the way, I did post video. Now that was a downy we just heard. I did post video. Oh, another green heron. Even closer. I don't know if it was there and I just didn't see it. Where are you? This one definitely looks young. Hold on. Why is it I can't find it? There it is. Now this one definitely has the striping and looks very, looks young. What a beautiful bird. Anyway, I did post video from last week. We had a good look at a green heron last week. And I posted video if anyone's interested. That's on YouTube. Hey. I'm going to darken it just a little. Just a little. The other green heron I just checked is still there. Forgive me, sometimes I'm using a camera lens and I'm not used to using it, to be honest with you. I used to use it all the time. But not these days. So anyway, sometimes I'm going to turn the lens the wrong way, or the adjustment dials, the focusing dials, or the zoom dials the wrong way. but I will do my best to keep things in focus. I kind of want to go back to the other green heron. I'm going to look at it with binoculars. It does look more like an adult. They are just beautiful. I don't know what it is about them. Uh-oh. Hey, come back here, you. Hold on. It's still here. Just have to find it. It's just more difficult for me to find. Where is it? I'm hearing, oh, there it is. I'm hearing a red-bellied woodpecker. The other green heron, oh, I thought we were going to might possibly get a better look at it. I'm thinking the other one is an adult, but it is now again facing away from us. So I was thinking about going to it when this green heron that we're looking at now decided to move. I wonder if people are out on the patio. Not quite. I don't see any. I don't see the raptor program out there. It's hard to tell. There's vegetation in the way. While we're looking, I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna brighten it. Hearing blue jays in the distance vocalizing about something, but you know, often this time of year that happens. You know, you'll hear blue jays vocalizing. I don't know if they're vocalizing about like a bird of prey or if they're just vocalizing. I'm going to brighten it back up a little. Just heard a hairy woodpecker, I think. Sounded like one anyway. I continue to look around here and there. I try to give you looks that would be, you know, worthwhile in terms of screenshots, if you're interested. Hello. And I think this green heron is very photogenic.
What are you up to?
I am up to no good. How about you?
What are you working on?
I am looking at a green heron. Don't know how to show you. There are two of them actually right in the vicinity. There's one if you go straight up this way.
Is he on the island or on the other side?
And you're right in the water, right floating on some floating material in the water. If you want, look at my camera screen. Well, that's not going to help you much, but it's a juvenile. if you stand right here
Yeah.
and you look towards the edge of the island,
Yeah.
okay, but go straight
Oh, here
out
it is.
on the water.
Right.
And then there's another green heron. Do you see the fallen branch there
Very
in
nice.
the water? The fallen
Yeah.
branch?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
another one there.
Neato. Very good. Here we come. Are you with the migration celebration?
I intend to go in, but I'm not like anyone
Yeah.
important. Anyway, that's a nice look at a green heron. Can't do super close-ups today just because I don't have the equipment to do so from this distance, but by the way, in the video I posted last week, there are numerous instances where you can see the green heron that we were watching move its eyeball. And I know that had come up before as a subject during the tour. Can they move their eyes? Yes, they can. And they're not, it's not like they're entirely dependent on movements of their heads to change the direction in which they're looking. Cute, huh? Hold on a second. Did I see some movement? No. By the way, I did see a northern cardinal. So they're definitely around. Not that I really doubted it, but they're definitely around. Just heard a belted kingfisher. I didn't see it this time. I had seen the one earlier before I had started. Just something about green herons. I don't know what it is. Let's take a moment just to... Well, let's look back at the other green heron that we have within our view, if we can. If we can find... There it is. You can see it's still not really being cooperative in terms of giving us a view. So back to this one. There it is. Now we're here a little early today, obviously, compared to usual. That's because of the migration celebration. Not sure what exactly our plan will be today. I don't know if I want to try to go to Montezuma also or not. I probably will end up not doing that, but it depends on how things go here. While you're looking there, I'm going to look around again, see if anyone's come into view. I do see one of the belted kingfishers. Also see a, looks like a cedar waxwing. And you're hearing, you know, some of the various vocalizations of American goldfinches. And in the distance, I think, you know, you're hearing blue jays still. They've been very vocal. And nobody else really around right now. Oh, did I just see a third green heron? I think I did. I saw one in the air. It landed on the former nest tree and then flew off. I can't see it now. It had been very briefly, like at one of these branches here, and then flew. So we've seen 3 green herons, and we still have the 2 that are nearby, but I can't see that third one. I saw it only briefly, unless it was a different sort of heron, but I doubt it. It was most likely, it looked like a green heron to me. There's always the possibility it was a different heron, like, you know, I don't know, something that isn't normally here, but I don't believe so. So let's go back to this green heron here. Few minutes. While you're looking there, I'm going to look and see if maybe that other green heron landed somewhere within view. It did look like it was going down, you know, to water level, so it's no surprise. There's vegetation between us, so it's no surprise if I can't see it from here. And for reference, well, not for reference, but also the belted kingfisher is, right, well, was right there. Okay, let me see if I can find this close nearby green heron again. It had time to be out of focus. Dove to the water, I missed something. I wonder if it caught something. For some reason I'm having a hard time focusing on it right now. There we go. Okay, it's even closer now. Hold on. Oh, what is it? I believe I see a northern flicker. Speaking of northern flickers, I posted a video of the northern flicker we watched last week. That's also available on YouTube. I wonder if the Raptor program's coming out yet. And they might be. The other green heron is still there, but facing away. The other one that we have seen together. As for the third one that I saw very briefly, I have no idea where it is. We're going to head inside soon, you know, just to see how things are going. In fact, why don't we, well, this green heron is close, so we'll wait a minute or two, maybe. And let's look up all the way up to the top of the, oh, well, there goes the northern flicker. Got some people coming. I wonder if they're coming this way. We'll show them this green heron if they come our way. If I can find it again. Easy, easy. Shh. There's a green heron right over here. If you come over here quietly, I can give you a look at it. There are actually two green herons. There's one right over here, and then there's one out on the fallen branch out there. If anyone wants to look, you can come take a look at my camera screen. Oh, just took off. Let me get it again. Hold on one second here. Might be moving. I'm having a hard time finding it again. There it is.
I made it low, so you don't have to have a look? Should I lower this a bit? Okay. Okay, let me lower it. Okay. I can duck the... It's best if you put your eye right up to the lens there.
Anyone, you're welcome to take a look if you'd like. And there's a second green heron out there a little farther.
Wait just a sec, I'll make sure it's still
Pardon me? Yep.
right up to the lens. A little closer. Can you see it? Yeah? There's a bird right in the middle. What's it doing? Is it, I think it's putting its head into its feathers, it's using its beak to kind of adjust between its feathers.
I'm going to take a look at the second one.
You put your eye right up to it, that's the best way.
Lighten it a little.
I'm not sure if we're looking quite close enough. Thank you. Sure. Anyone else want to have a look at the...
You see the second one out there on the fallen branch? The one that's closer is a juvenile. You can tell by the white striping on its breast. The one that's out farther looks to be an adult.
Oh, sure.
We're going to head inside very shortly, everybody.
Anyone else want to have a look at this stuff? Sure. And you can use this to adjust the focus. Sure.
Okay, let's go back to the juvenile, and then we're going to head inside. That's assuming I can find. There it is. I believe I may be hearing a nuthatch, white-breasted nuthatch.
Oh, yeah, they are. I don't know. They don't breed in Sapsucker. You can find them in similar habitats to these, but these bitterns are a little bit less common than these. They need this one's good quality.
Okay, let's head inside.
They're a little harder to see
and see what happens. Oh, what happened there? Hold on one second.
Similar kind of habitat. That was a cardinal water. So, anyone else want to see this?
What was that?
So there's also a lot of yellowbirds floating around. Those are American birds. Some of them are pretty black at this point, the young birds or the females, and then the really bright yellow ones that start black.
Something, it seemed like it went to the water, but it could be that it just landed near the water and caused some ripples in the water. Okay, so we're going to go inside. Oh, there's another green heron. Yes, a third green heron over there. Everybody. Oh, can't see it now. Did you see it? can't see it now. It was in the grasses over here. That's either the third or fourth that I've seen today.
Maybe. I'm not very familiar with Pekin. He was eating himself.
No, there's vegetation there blocking our view, so we're not going to be able to see that green heron unless it comes out much closer to us. Hold on one second. Still have the other two green herons within view. Okay, we're going to head inside and see what we can see from within.
Is the frog still around? You mind if she goes for this frog?
No, go ahead. Oh, don't touch it though. Can't touch it though. You have to leave it alone. No, not here. This is a wildlife sanctuary. You're not supposed to do that, actually. Excuse me.
The eastern TV is in the scope now, and like
Catching frogs and doing that sort of thing is not to be done. Hello. Let's see if we can sneak in without too many calamities. Now, I may lose you because of poor signal inside. That happens. I'm sorry. Hope it doesn't happen, but it might. We'll stop here for a moment, take a look around. And I don't even know if they've started outside with the raptor program. I'll bet they have. Look around. We'll hopefully benefit from the special angle. We're not usually here. I see a belted kingfisher. Not really close, especially with this equipment, but could be worse. I'm going to try to get a look at it. Lighten it up a little bit so I can see a little better. Yeah, it could be worse. Let me check, make sure we're still live. I hope we are. I think we are. So we're looking at a belted kingfisher. And actually I can see from here one of those same, I think this one of the same green herons that I had seen already. I'm going to look with binoculars. No, actually I think I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But while I'm looking with binoculars, I'll keep looking around. Now, I don't know if there's a way to tell whether a belted kingfisher is a male or female when looking at it from, you know, from the rear view. If it were to turn around, I could tell. I'm still looking around, and we'll look at something we don't normally see, and it's just a fake, but we're going to look at it anyway. Oh, the kingfisher just dove. Went near the water, didn't actually hit the water, and now it's flown significantly farther away from us. Anyway, let's look at the fake bird that's out there for some reason. Don't know why that's there, but it is. So anyway, we don't actually come out here on the patio very often. Usually about once a year, really. And so I'll give you a look at what things look like in general from here. Some trees in the way, of course. Now out on the, by the way, on the, there's like a deck here. And I don't know why, but there's like, maybe they're going to do some major filming, but it looks like they can do major filming because they've got a big setup over there. Let me show you the setup. And I don't know if that's going to be used in some way during the Raptor program. I kind of doubt it. I mean, it doesn't look like it would be suitable for that. Maybe it would. Or maybe they're hoping to film something else or show something else. I don't know. Let's walk over here. I had heard that the Raptor program may be doing a presentation elsewhere today also. So maybe they're there as opposed to here. And I don't know. I'm considering going inside and looking at the various exhibits. The only problem is that we so often get disconnected inside. The signal's poor in there. So I hesitate to go in there. I think I lost you briefly when we were in there already. Look at the feeding garden for a bit from out here. It's a different view than I normally have. Now when I'm standing over here, I have a much more limited view, just because of the various trees and things in the way. We may be better off going back where we were outside if there's no raptor program here to watch. Oops, sorry. Again, I'm afraid of going inside and looking around just because I might lose you in terms of the signal. We'll stay out here a few more minutes, and then maybe we'll head back to the other side, looking at the pond and looking where the green herons were. Let's walk over here. All of a sudden, a lot of people have walked out. I don't know if there's a group. Seems like there is some sort of presentation. I can't hear them very well. We could get closer. Let's do that if we can.
Really necessary, especially with bird work, in order to get close with it. Some of you guys may already know if you can just go bird watching at some places, sometimes they'll sit and hide. Same idea here. But I've got the camera set up. I'm going to turn on. You guys are welcome to come and check it out, and everyone can kind of take a turn with it and see what it feels like and how it operates. If you want to even kind of move in a little bit. So I have it set up right now, kind of with two viewfinders, a monitor, and this is the viewfinder that I would use. It's got a big zoom lens on it. I can actually set a double it in and out. But we use big lenses with birds, long lenses with a lot of range, because birds are so small. I mean, I know in some of the
of a merlin.
long lens to get really close. So, pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a long zoom lens.
There's a merlin there.
And I have a zoom locker on the back here that allows you to produce pretty incredibly wide distance.
Excuse me. There's a merlin out there on the former tree.
Is that what that is? Hey, Eric. There's a merlin up there. There's a merlin on this thing.
There's a merlin on the former nest tree.
Okay.
There's a bear.
Oh, way up there.
The bear's
Yeah.
up there.
Well, so this would be good. Come on in a little bit.
So I'm pretty sure it's the guy who's coming out on the stag.
If you'd like, you can take a look at my camera screen also.
Hello. Oh, wow. I think this is like birth for me.
There. Yeah. Marty, come look at it over here. See the screen?
So,
See
guys,
it?
do you know what kind of bird a merlin is? What it is?
A hawk.
It's a falcon, which is a pretty cool.
Oh, Sammy. Isn't
That's
that
awesome.
a bird? Sammy, what?
I like kestrels,
Oh, yeah, kestrel.
which is like a slightly smaller
Yeah, kestrel.
falcon.
That looks
But
like
this
a
is
kestrel.
not, you don't see these every day.
Sammy, what is that?
It's a cool bird. Thanks for sharing your...
My pleasure.
Is it a hawk?
Now, if I had my scope with me, we would be looking at it even closer.
And then unzip it. Yep, there you go.
Absolutely.
What are the field marks? This is a life word for me, and I'm totally out of practice with raptors.
Well, let me see if I can. Might be easier if I show you. It does have some striping underneath its eyes, like a kind of like a peregrine falcon would.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Oh, don't go. And is the heavy
And-
streaking?
yes, I don't know if that what that means in terms of. Oops.
You go. You're fine.
Just talking about the plan.
Oh.
If you look at here's a decent picture. Actually, I take it back. There's not so much striping on its face, but you see the brown striping on it. And it's a small bird.
It's so small.
It's not quite as small as an American kestrel.
Yeah, there's a kestrel in one of the cages there.
Oh,
which will be
okay.
taken out for the...
When are they coming out? Do you know?
I don't know. I mean, they just came out, and I think they're setting up around here.
Okay. Yeah, they normally do. Okay, good. Let's see if there's an adult male picture apparently.
Okay. And...
And now the kestrel you can see has the striping, which I'm sorry, the merlin does not. I'm sorry about that.
Well, this one
But-
has the...
A little bit, but it's not
Is defined.
quite as defined as like on that or
And
a
it doesn't have
peregrine.
that white patch.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've never seen a merlin before? Oh.
Yeah.
Wish I could zoom in closer, but I don't have my
Okay.
scope.
I wonder if Eric might.
He might, depending on how powerful that lens is.
Yeah. Or maybe I have, and it's... I have to look at my life list, which I keep very casually.
That's okay. And You can see sometimes it bobs its head, kind of like a kestrel does. That one does too. It just did it.
Do we know if this is a female?
That I don't know.
I mean, if it's just like larger.
I'm not quite that good with bird ID, but it's just glad I spotted it. And I think they're still looking at it, so maybe a look on his, depending on how powerful his lens is. Yes. Actually, his view doesn't look like he's that much closer than I am, so I don't know if he's got more magnification or not. But he has what appears to be a very powerful lens. Now, maybe it's powerful in terms of not just magnification, but light gathering. Oh, kingfisher. In fact, oh, it just took off. Just took off. I missed it. We may get a close look depending on whether or not they bring out a Merlin here. They've brought out a Merlin in the past. But they are now setting up for the Raptor program. I think it's a J. Is that a J? Yes. Okay, back up to the Merlin. Sorry if I'm in the way.
No, you're totally fine. No worries.
Can I help in any way?
So the purpose of the toucan, I overheard something. I think that they were going to use that to focus, but I'm glad we gave them the Merlin to focus on. But it looks like they're not looking at the Merlin right now. But we continue to look at the Merlin. So we've actually had some decent sightings here. We've seen belted kingfishers, a Merlin, a few, at least 3 green herons, cardinals. I haven't looked at any of them closely, but I believe a flycatcher or 2, cedar waxwing, for downy, hairy, red-bellied, woodpeckers. What else? The blue jays certainly, the American goldfinches certainly. Don't forget the cardinal, or 2. So we haven't really walked anywhere, but we're not doing too badly. Okay, let's, this Merlin's just hanging out up there. Is there somebody else up there? No.
Okay, yeah, it looks good. Got it? Yep. I thought maybe it was going to unfold, but no.
They might be looking at the Merlin again. Wouldn't mind seeing it fly while I'm ready, and you know, if I am ready, I'm actually looking at the camera. No, I'm not looking at the camera. Just looking around. Check the battery. The battery will have to be changed relatively soon.
Where do you want to go?
I do have some with me.
Very important job, right?
They are looking at the Merlin. I just caught a glimpse of their external monitor screen. Looks like everybody who came out to talk with them is now going back inside. It's, you know, quite honestly, it's kind of nice that the Merlin came along. It definitely is nice, rather than just the you know, the fake toucan out there. It's nice that they have an actual bird to look at. You know, something of interest, not something that maybe most people see every day. I happened to see one yesterday. I was walking into work yesterday and anyway, I was walking in and I happened to see a bird on a pole that looked a little bit too large to just be like a starling, and I thought, well, let me take a second look, and sure enough, I would love to catch a takeoff if I could. Take off in a little bit of a flight. Only seen them and caught them in flight once or twice, and never very well. Now, I overheard conversation, asking or wondering if this bird was actively hunting or looking for food. And while you might not think this is normal Merlin habitat, I have a feeling it's better than you might think, just because of the feeding garden and, just the other birds around. So, no, this Merlin is not likely to be diving down to the water, but with the birds at the feeding garden, and spending time around the water, maybe this is in fact a good place for them to hunt. And I've seen merlins here over the last couple years. Not every time I've been here, but fairly often.
Here, you want me to take it? Here goes that.
Really got my ankle.
Just heard a downy.
Oh, yeah. That's a good thing for you to be. I am on.
I was going to go like cut across it for you.
We won't stay on this much longer, but I have a feeling it's preening and then there's going to be a takeoff. I'm looking at a merlin, just so you know.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, okay. No,
Merlin's in the tree?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay. You have a sense of humor, I hope, don't you? Merlin? You know Merlin,
The app? The wizard? He might be. Maybe he is the tree. I have to admit, I didn't notice it at first, or anyway. Just heard a kingfisher. I don't know if it's close or not. I don't see it right off the bat.
I don't know if there's enough duct tape, but that'd probably work better. Yeah. That's better. I don't know if who knows?
Is it going to take off? What's going on? It's going to take off when we're not ready. That's when it's going to take off. Raptor program is still setting up. You know, they're not just bringing the birds out. They do other things. They're putting up signs and things like that.
It doesn't matter. I want to get the birds out, then I'll move perches.
Battery's going to die while we're waiting.
I know, I was going to say, that's why I wanted to go. Okay. All right, go ahead and start. If you have a glove, start getting your bird out.
Okay, we're gonna stop here, and in fact, I'm going to switch batteries. So I'm going to lose you, but I want to do the battery change. I'm not critical yet, but I don't want to have it be critical when at a critical time. So I'll be right back.
Okay, pitch.
Excuse me.
Actually, you're going to be a big attention person now. Yes. Sarah, switch with pick. No, we don't. We put E4 on one side, E3 on the other side.
E3 is here. Hi, E3.
Okay, so you're going to go on that side. Like that. You have to select.
Are you ready?
There's E3.
Like Ed. You want to take Edward over? Hang over there.
Water.
Yes,
Okay, there's
Okay, you
E3.
got birds?
Hey,
Yes.
baby.
Release the crowd.
Release the Kraken!
Release the crowd.
Alright, folks, I'm really sorry.
Look at how beautiful.
We have paper towels in one of the things.
Here they come. People are coming out now, and our view is likely to be blocked very often. But before we have it all blocked, let's take a look at everybody very quickly. Before everyone is out of view. We've seen it, I don't know if that's a golden eagle or not, but we've seen a golden eagle here in prior years. Not last year, but maybe we'll take a look. And let's take a look at our friendly turkey vulture, who is we'll try to keep. I think this turkey vulture, if I'm hearing right, is named Ed. Hi, Ed. Let's see you, Ed. Hi, Ed. Now, this is really not the best angle because there's only so much space for me to be there. I don't know if turkey vultures get enough love, so that's why I like to have feature Ed a little bit. When Ed was in the, I believe it was Ed, but it was a turkey vulture in the anniversary video this year.
So for him, having the bald head helps
Picture of Merlin.
and that way he doesn't have
I did.
You have to show me Merlin. Hi, I'm Cindy. I work here.
How are you?
Pretty good.
I'm Ferris.
Nice to meet you. Oh, he's gorgeous.
He is.
Oh, I love turkey butchers. Is it on?
No. Get a good look at its face on my camera screen if you'd like.
Oh my, look at him. Right here. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
And they feel like to get them in the air. They're not really as agile and rapid. Really quite
Vocalizing. Okay, let's go on to others. Hello. Oh, thank you. Oh, nice to meet you. I don't know who this is. Oh. Who is this? Relatively small. What type of bird is this?
This is a broadwing hawk.
A broadwing hawk. I've never seen one up close before. Beautiful view. Making that noise. I've never seen one of these up close. I've seen them in the air, but I've never seen one up close. It's hard to say zoomed in on a bird that's not completely still, so I'm doing my best.
So when she's not in your hand, does she go out and you let her go?
So she, because she's blind with her right eye, she's unbelievable. So we have her for blind.
I guess this broadwing hawk, and I guess it's a female, is blind in one eye. Beautiful bird.
Here in the summer, but they like more wooded areas, so sometimes it can be hard to see them. But on migration, they form really, really large flocks and migrate together. It's really spectacular to watch. Yeah, if you go to a north-south running mountain ridge, around this time actually, sometimes you can see upwards of thousands of hawks in a single day. Yeah, it's amazing. What time of year? Around now, like it's usually second week of September.
Just check and make sure that we're all tuned in.
Yeah, there are a few hawk watch sites that are famous in the area because the broadwing hawk migration is amazing. I mean, Hawk Mountain in particular is famous for having thousands of broadwing hawks.
We'll go on to, I'm going to darken it just a little.
Did you like the birds?
Back up, I'm going to give you a... Come on here, sir. Smaller than a red-tailed hawk. We're going to look at E3 next if we can get close enough. as we can. Excuse me. Well, let's look at the broadwing hawk one more time. I hope I was recording before. I might not have been recording. Okay, I've got a problem with my camera. For whatever reason. Maybe I hope it's not overheating. So this is E3.
He's the third checkup that's left.
How long does it take them to get introduced?
That really depends on birds. There's a very high species variability. The bird was
Again, we're looking at E3, red-tailed hawk.
They tend to be more rough.
If you're familiar
So it takes them
with the Cornell Labs streaming cameras, you know that he is one of the progeny of Big Red and Ezra. Had been injured years ago, and we're lucky enough that with the help of various people he was rescued, but he could not be re-released. He had damage to his wing, but they decided to keep him as an education bird. Uh-oh. That didn't happen.
Red tails, Ferris Akel, those are pretty smart on that.
Thank you.
Sam.
You know, kind of be a very beautiful bird. He's been in. He's been in the program for a few years now. He's part of the E generation. Hey, not bad. How about you?
Good, thank you. You look fabulous.
Absolutely. More handsome than ever.
He does. You really got him to be quite robust. Absolutely beautiful.
Okay, let's go on to others, or let's maybe... Oh, we had a kestrel just vocalizing. Hey, kestrel.
They look like either horses or something else.
It's an American kestrel. Smaller than the Merlin that we were looking at earlier. Let me darken it a little bit. I'm not very, very close to the American kestrel, so I can't, I'm not going to give you super close-ups, but I think this is not too bad. Okay, someone just walked right in our view. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what type of bird this is.
know, right?
Let's see if we can get a little closer. Brighten it back up again. What species of bird is this?
Peregrine falcon.
Peregrine falcon. Somehow looks different.
It's she's a juvenile, so most people when they think peregrine falcon, they think of that top left picture.
Right, more gray than brown.
Yeah, she's a juvenile, so she's more brown than gray, but she's changing colors right now. So she'll be fully gray eventually. We just give her a little time.
So this is a young bird. I hope it's not
a little over a year.
under
So
pressure.
she's already starting to change.
Being here, a part of
half gray, half brown. So those brown feathers
the program and under being presented.
This is a peregrine falcon.
We've seen peregrines many times, a fair number of occasions.
They can travel at speeds of up to 200 miles.
Have you ever seen one chase an eagle?
I have not.
I have.
I've heard something, but also
This is that a red-shouldered hawk? I don't know. It seems to be a little bit unsettled. Anyway, back to the peregrine. Let's move so we can get a better angle.
Owl. Want to see the owl?
On the Cornell campus. It is a red-shouldered hawk that we were looking at a moment ago.
You're getting great photos of that.
I'm trying. Okay, let's look at the red-shouldered hawk.
You want to see the biggest bird in the world?
this is a northern goshawk.
We'll look at a northern goshawk next. Assuming we have a clear line of sight.
I have been this way. Animal science.
Let's see if we can get a look at the tail.
Hey. This is a red-shouldered hawk.
Let's see if we can look at the red shoulder.
Because it says 11 and 2. Yeah. So like our eagle might go back in her mouth. If she gets too hot and sets out. Alright, let's go. Does that help? Yeah. Okay, so that works. You can just let it.
By the way, after we're done here, we'll take a break so I can reconfigure things, and then I'm not sure what we'll do.
Take care.
Thank you.
The eagle shot here.
I haven't seen any owls. Maybe they'll rotate birds in and out. But so far I haven't seen any owls here today.
I don't know for real sure, but she's, I want to say at least 4 or 5, but she was a wild walker, so.
Hey, actually, he called. Yeah. And he said 9 years.
I hope you're getting a decent look. Again, we're looking at a northern goshawk. And I think we'll look at the golden eagle next. Beautiful bird.
So they can be. Some birds just aren't.
Did hot look like anything? Is it too much?
It does make a difference.
Correct.
It's not necessarily.
What muted the program?
You were, yeah.
Okay. So it has
Yeah. We'll give it to education programs.
Yeah, a lot of times. But, you know,
the red
Let's
shoulder.
look at the
Red shoulder hot.
golden eagle.
they don't turn around. They just keep on flying. So it is really based on food. You know, a lot of relationships that we have, all of us, with these birds, it is based 100% on food. Some birds are more affectionate than others. It just depends on the individual, not even the species. Some of our barred owls are very affectionate, and some are very aggressive. It depends. Some birds don't like men, so I won't go into room. Some birds love their ladies, and so any lady can go to the room.
Only very few people get it.
Is that male, female ones? Is that like with a dog?
Yeah.
It's often male used.
Sure.
By the way, the merlin is no longer in the tree.
A lot of times it's not abuse necessarily with the birds.
Mind your way?
No. Wild, a lot of times because of injuries that make them non-releasable. So a lot of times it's a hunting accident that happened, or getting hit by a car or something like that. But some birds just choose to not like humans for no reason that we know of historically. It's a wild animal. But it's just a temperament.
Like we had some crows that fell out of the nest.
A very large bird. Beautiful.
I think we had
Oh, there's an owl. It might be a barred owl. We'll try to take a look at it in a moment. I want to see, give you a look at the claws. Maybe I shouldn't do this because just the scale is not evident.
Maybe seen as threats. Very much. That initial experience may make a huge difference. A lot of times the rehabber, the person doing the rescue, will cover their eyes.
This actually helps. You can see how big those claws are. It's a beautiful bird. Magnificent.
About 13 and a half pounds. So
I don't know if you just heard that. It weighs about 13 and a half pounds.
But it's pretty incredible how heavy it does get. So, yeah.
birds always weigh a lot less than you think?
Sometimes yes. So, you know, after holding her, I may go over and pick up a kestrel, which is the small bird that you saw in the beginning of the line, and my arm immediately shoots up above my head because I just expect a heavier weight to happen. So it depends. The amazing thing is the Mongolians that practice falconry with this species, these birds will dive at their glove when they